Howdy everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Now if you play Warzone on console like me and your game is looking really dark and really sluggish, this video is for you. I'm going to be showing you the best settings that all pros are using, including myself. This will make your game going from really dark and ugly to absolute gorgeous and fresh. So make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And obviously if you want me to do any more type of videos, just comment down below. Enjoy it, stay to the end, and let's get into the settings. Alright, first thing you want to do is press the options button and come over to settings. I'm not going to do any of my controller settings because if you guys do want my sensitivity and all other stuff I use, feel free, comment down below and I will get it. But the main thing is graphics. Now these are going to have a massive toll on when you are playing. Let's get into it with on-demand texture streaming. Now, if any of you have this on, I genuinely question your ability to play the game. It says higher quality textures are downloaded from the internet. This is basically mean you're going to lag a lot more. If you look at any other pro streamer or any other pro Warzone player, none of these streamers have it on. It's just so ugly and it does not make your game better. Oh, it says it provides more color detail on surfaces, but it definitely does not. I used to play with this on. Now I've turned it on. Turn it off. It definitely feels a lot better. Coming over to post-processing effects, world motion blur and weapon motion blur, have them both off with fill grain at 0. This definitely makes your game look a lot smoother and a lot nicer. Obviously these two take away the blur when you are looking around and the world as itself. Film grain just makes your game look that extra bit neater. Depth of field and this on, and then have this strength at 50. Now eco mode preset, I have that as low consumption. I guess it doesn't really matter what you have it at, but I feel like low consumption definitely gives you a better feel on the game. Coming down to field of view or your FOV, I have it on 120. Obviously, if you're a movement guy like me and you want to see more, obviously you have it on 120, but there is no problem having it on 110 or 105. Obviously, most streamers have it on 110. I just prefer it on 120 because it feels like you get that extra movement. It definitely doesn't give you any extra movement, but it definitely looks like it. And then coming down, if you guys want to do any of this, I would definitely recommend to have these on at least 50, and then all these just as low as they can go, because they're not really going to have, have any effect, but it's definitely just nice. Coming over to display, my brightness is on 72, which I'll explain later on. A normal stream would have it on anywhere between 48 and 60, but the reason I put it on 72 brightness is you'll see in a minute. But I just feel like the brightness does really do impact your game because some of the maps are quite dark and ugly, and if you have your brightness up, this is going to affect you a lot more. Now, we're not going to do any audio because it's not really going to have an effect on your game. Obviously, we're going to come straight over to interface. Now, none of these really matter, obviously. Mini-maps, yeah, as you can see, if you have your mini-map on square, you have such a more seeing, as you can see, if you look onto the circle and then square, you can see a lot more with it on square. Practically everyone plays on a square one. If you don't, then you are genuinely clueless. But if whatever your preferred one is, this is going to give you, a more, know where more people are if you have a UAV or anything like that, and you're just going to see more of the map to understand it. Now, coming over to crosshairs, which is absolutely massive in this game. Now, a lot of people didn't know this, but if you press the square on your controller, you can go down to a center dot, which is honestly, you have it on whatever you want. Obviously, I have it on default because I'm a demon, but it doesn't matter if you have it on largest or larger. It doesn't matter. Obviously, have your center dot on. It is definitely a lot better, and it makes you hit. Genuinely, it does make you hit a lot more shots. I've definitely noticed that whilst playing with it. I think I turned it on a couple of days ago, and I've been destroying lobbies. Now, if you come back up a little bit more, you have color customization. This is where the main thing is. HUD color palette. Obviously, you can have this on Tritonopia, whatever you want, I can't pronounce it, or default. I have mine on custom. Obviously, my custom is pretty much just default. I've just changed my party from a darker green to a nicer green. Obviously, enemy, neutral, and all that is the same. Obviously, this doesn't really matter as well. Now, these are the important bit, the color filter settings. Now, I like to have mine on filter 2 and world. You can have it on both, but I feel like world is just a lot more nicer. I don't really think you need it on interface because it doesn't really do any much. Now, a lot of people are playing at 100, but this is where the brightness will kick in. If you have your world color intensity at 75, your brightness pretty much compacts with that and make it a lot nicer. And then my interface color intensity doesn't really matter because I haven't got it turned on. But now, if you look how much it's changed, if you go into a game now, it has genuinely made your game so much more brighter. But there is one more thing I want to show you that has made me improve 10 times more than how I used to be. Now, this is in controller, but it's not really like a sensitivity type thing, is my aim assist. Now, I used to, since Warzone 1, Warzone 2, I used to always play with aim assist on because I thought it would help. And ever since I've turned aim assist off, obviously if you go to aim assist type, you have 3, Precision, Focus, and Black Ops. Everyone plays on Black Ops if you like, obviously, but most streamers just play on default. It gives you that more, you know, more movement. It doesn't like, obviously, if you go Black Ops, you kind of lose a bit of, you know, that aiming down sight stuff and all of that stuff. It just kind of locks on. It's pretty horrible because if they're, you know, fast movement, it's obviously annoying. But you have it on default, it's honestly so perfect. I've hit so much more shots, and it sounds weird to not have aim assist, but once you get used to playing without aim assist after a couple weeks and turn it back on, it genuinely helps so much. Even if you have aim assist, you trust me, you'll notice a change in your aim. But yeah, if this video did help and you notice a massive change in your, you know, your overall gameplay and your overall just looks as a map, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.